Recording. Okay, we're recording. All right, what I did is I just did that 30-30-30 reset. So let me go and see if I still have a connection online. Okay, we still have a connection. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to do this with Internet Explorer. Don't do this with Firefox or any other browser. There are problems sometimes, and you're much better off doing this with Internet Explorer. http://192.168.1.1. Enter. That is taking me to the, that's allowing me to talk to the modem, to the router. Username, the default, there is no username on a default for a Linksys. So I'm going to hit the tab, and the password is ADMI, did I spell that right? ADMIN. Enter. All right, there's my Linksys access. Now what I need to do is I'm going to go over to, I don't know how well this is showing up on the screen. Hopefully it's a good video, but if the video sucks, then, well, I don't want to zoom that far. Sorry about this. If I had somebody here filming this, it'd be a little easier, but I don't, so so this is what you get. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to the top over here where it says Administration. Left mouse click. I'm going to go right down where it says Firmware Upgrade. Hopefully this is going to work, because if it doesn't, then you're going to watch me ruin my router. Browse for the firmware. So I'm going to click Browse. And then I set it up on the desktop. So where in the world is it? Let's try to find that file. There we have the two files that I saved. I saved the new D_mini, and I saved the standard generic, STD_generic. DD-WRT version 24. Okay, so I'm going to install the Mini first. So I'm going to click on Mini. I'm going to click Open. I do not like Windows 7. For this XP is so much easier to do this whole thing, but it's pretty much the same thing. All right, so you don't want to touch anything after you do this. You click Upgrade. You're going to watch it as I watch it. You can see that little scroll bar on the bottom going across. Now what's going to happen is after this is installed, you need to wait about 2 or 3 minutes. And I'm not going to run the video. I'm going to shut it off and then come back and splice all this stuff together. So you need to wait like 2 or 3 minutes. You want to make sure that everything is completely loaded into the EEPROM inside the wireless router. And then after you feel comfortable, 2 or 3 minutes, that everything's loaded, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before. I'm going to do the 30-30-30 reset, which is going to be press the reset button, hold it down for 30 seconds, unplug the power cord or hit the power switch for 30 seconds, while still holding that reset switch down, and then put the power back on, and still holding that reset switch down for another 30 seconds. So it's a total of 90 seconds. I'm going to click the continue and see what the hell happens. No big deal. We'll just click it. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to wait a couple minutes, but this said it was okay, so see what happens. I click continue. Wait. We're all waiting here. And if I remember right, I think what it does is it wants you to set up a new username and password right away. That whole admin thing is gone. So, nothing happened. Let me click it again. I don't know. Let me click continue one more time. Maybe that's a mistake, but... Oh, didn't like that. It did not like that at all. All right, I installed it. I don't know if I brick this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close Internet Explorer, and I am going to do the 30-30-30 reset right now. So I'm going to shut off the video, and then after the reset's done, I'm going to come back and hopefully the install will work. You're going to see it live with me, so I'm not trying to mess with you or show you something that can't be done. So give me about 90 seconds and I'll come back. All right, we got the video going, and let me look at the lights on this modem, see if they're even, yeah, they're flashing. They're definitely flashing. I mean the router, not modem. That's a good sign, I think. I'm being real with you. I'm doing this as I'm recording this thing, so no tricks here. We're going to go over to, whoa, what just happened there? Well, that was kind of odd. Wonder if I'm running out of power. Maybe I'm running out of power. This monitor just totally went off, so hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Hey, wow, this was kind of crazy. I just started to show you if it worked, because I don't even know if it's going to work. And my monitor went totally black, and I'm like, oh my gosh. First off, what happened? Well, it was the battery on the laptop. I hate laptops. But the battery went out, and I didn't have the AC cord plugged in, obviously. So the screen went black. But luckily, that happened after I did this burn. If that happened during the burn, I would have been screwed. All right, let's look at the router. The lights are flashing. That's a good sign. I don't know if this worked. I'm doing this as I'm taping it, so making mistakes like you will, and hopefully you won't, but and I've done this before, a long time ago, like a year ago. http://168. I don't know if I typed that right. Well, that's not it. 192. It's already in there. It's already saved. 192.168.1.1. Hopefully something comes up, or you just watched me burn out a router. Oh my gosh, look at that. Remember before it said Cisco? I don't know if you can see that. Remember before it said Cisco? Now it says DD-WRT.com. So I have definitely done an install. You look up in the top. I don't know if you can see it on the top. It says firmware DD-WRT version 24 SP2 mini. That's what says mini right up there. I don't want to do too much of a scrolling. I don't know how. It's just a pain in the ass to do this thing without having the right equipment so that it comes out good. Mini. All right, let's get out of the zoom. Okay, so you just watched me burn the software on the EEPROM. Now, as it says over there, your router is currently not protected and uses an unsafe default username and password. I don't even know what the default is on this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here and get rid of this router username, backspace, and delete. And the router name, I'm just going to do this for the video. This is not going to be my real setup, but the router name is going to be let's just call it router, R-O-U-T-E-R, and the password, let's delete the password, is going to be R-O-U-T-E-R-1, and then I'm going to confirm it with ROUTER1, and then I'm going to change password. We're going to find out if this works. If it does, it should take it. There we go. Check that out. Is that not cool? That is what happens when you do a DD-WRT install. I'm happy it worked, obviously. Okay, so what really just happened is it gave me a whole bunch of options. I should have shown it. Well, you can see it on your own Cisco software. Yeah, you've got all these settings, but you don't have as many details, as many. It wants me to log in for the first time. ROUTER, and the password ROUTER1. Once you do that, you should be okay. Okay, there I am. These are a lot of cool things that you don't have. I'm not going to go into detail on this. This is totally awesome. This is a really neat thing on the basic settings. You can go in here and set this up where you've got, see over here where it says add? You can set this up where instead of having one login, you can have, I think you can have up to 4 login names. It's too much to explain to you now, but let's see, setup, basic settings, wireless. Let me click on add just so we can see. See, I just got it down there. It just allowed me to set up a virtual interface. It's another login besides the physical login. I've got the video going. Let me see if I can show you. Let me go over to setup right now. No, it's not setup. What do I want? Wireless. I do want wireless. See, this is the SSID where are you broadcasting or not broadcasting, disable and not disable. The cool thing is you can change the power output on this thing, which you cannot do on your default Cisco software. So that's what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. See where it says wireless network name? Let's go in here. This is why this is kind of cool. Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I'm just going to show you some options. Let's see, backspace, channel 1, let's do channel 1, and then I can go down here and I can do, click on that, backspace, channel 2, and now, well, it would help if I spelled with an L, C-H-E-N-N-E-L, 2, and now I'm going to click apply settings. You'll see this in a minute after it. All right, so what I've really got now is broadcasting, 2 different. If somebody would go and look and see what signals are available, what Wi-Fi stuff is available out there, it would show channel 1 and channel 2. And you got to set this up the right way so that people can't go in there and access your machine unless it's, you don't want people to access your machine. So be careful with this virtual stuff because they could unless you lock it down. And how do you lock it down? I lock down, well, Mac Filter seems to work on the wireless, but it doesn't work on the virtual. Well, it does work. It does work on the virtual, but it's too confusing to explain. Enable, if I would enable this thing, which I'm not going to, I could edit my Mac Filter list, and I could put in a Mac filter I could put in the MAC address of the cell phone or the wireless card, and now only that MAC address can log into my machine. So it's a really nice feature to have. Okay, I want to move on and get this video done. So let's apply settings, and all right, I'm going to, now that I installed this version, what I'm going to do is I'm going to power down with my 30-30-30 reset, and come back in a minute, and we'll continue loading in the standard version of the software. Okay, we're recording again. I just did my 90-90-90 reset after installing Mini. We can see lights are flashing on over here. You can see over there it says identifying network, trying to identify network, and it doesn't have a network, which kind of worries me. I should have something, shouldn't I? All right, so I'm going to click on the, oh, internet access. All right, that's good. Down at the bottom it says internet access. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go open up Internet Explorer again. Remember, we don't want to use Opera or any of the other browsers because they can screw this up. http://192. Come on, why? Oh, it would help if I didn't put the extra P in there. HTT. I hate using laptops. ://19. Okay, it's already saved over there. 192.168.1.1. Enter. your router is not protected. Why? Because when I went in and did that reset thing, it kills all of the settings, which is okay. To get in this thing, I need to do that again. ROUTER. Backspace here. Well, I'm going to delete. What am I saying? I'm up at the front. ROUTER1. And then we're going to tab down and we're going to delete and confirm it again. ROUTER1. Hopefully it takes me in. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of stupid with this whole 30-30-30 reset, but all the stuff I've read is they say do it because you could totally hose your router, and it's a nightmare then to undo it. All right, going to go back to Administration tab, and I'm going to log in. Now that I've got a new setting again, it doesn't know that that I have legitimate rights, so it wants to make sure that ROUTER1. Did I type that right? Okay, it took me in. Now that I'm in administration, I'm going to do exactly what I did before. I'm going to go over to firmware upgrade, and then I'm going to, after flashing, what is this? After flashing reset to, well, don't reset. Yeah, okay. I'm going to browse for the file again. Remember, I saved that on my desktop. And it was the standard generic, which is the DD-WRT version 24 standard generic. I'm going to click on that. We're going to click on open. And now, hopefully, the lines on the bottom are going to start loading this software in like it did the first time. I don't know if that's going to happen. It's just the camera. If that doesn't happen, then you've just watched me throw out money. Well, not really, because I will reset this and make it work. So, upgrading firmware may take a few minutes. It has done absolutely nothing. Do I need to click on upgrade? Maybe I need to click on upgrade. What a doofus I am. Upgrade! Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. All right, click on upgrade. Unless you want to sit around. All right, hey, sorry about this video ending kind of messed up, but memory card filled up, and then I went and transferred all the files to the computer, and then recorded a final video, and that crashed on the memory also. So hopefully this is going to work. What I did is I get everything installed. When you saw me click on that upgrade thing, that's when the video crashed. Okay, so I did the upgrade, and then it installed the new software. We're going to go there in a minute. If you look down at the bottom, it says not connected. The reason it says not connected is because I unplugged the router. The router is definitely unplugged. Remember originally when I said that I had the router plugged into another router and I couldn't get a connection, and so I went directly to the modem? Well, I just plugged the wire back into the router, the first router I have. So we're going to try this out now and see if I even get a signal. I'm going to go to the power thing over here. I'm going to go look over there, and I'll finish off this video after I get this thing working, if it works. Plug the power cord in. Hopefully we're going to get identifying. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Maybe it's doing what it wouldn't do when I had on the Cisco software. I don't have this on the tripod because I'm just trying to get this done. It's getting pretty late. Identifying. Hopefully I get an IP. Come on, give me an IP. I want this to work. I want everyone to see that this is doable. Man, I looked at the size of the video files in high def. This thing's going to be huge. Oh, what do we have there? Network access. Check that out, people. Check it out. This was definitely a success. Okay. Holding the camera in my left hand, I'm going to go to Internet Explorer, and we're going to see what happens here. Gosh, I hope I get a website. Waiting for a response. I don't like that at all. No connection. Oh my gosh, I thought I had a connection. What's going on here? Is it my cable? Alright, hey, sorry about all the technical difficulties. The memory card filled up too much, and then I lost the video file that was ending this whole thing. So I'm not doing this with the tripod now. Let me show you what I ended up doing, just so you can finish off the procedure. I clicked that upgrade on the bottom to load in the standard exactly the same way I did it for the Mini, and then on the screen it said I needed to put in a new password and username, so I did the router and then the router one like I did on the first part of the videos. And then I looked up in the top and it said standard like it says over there, so that told me that I definitely did a proper install. And then I went and did the 30-30-30 reset. Pressed that reset button on the back for 30 seconds, pulled the power for 30 seconds, still holding it, and then still holding it, plugged the power back in and held it for another 30 seconds. And we got a successful install. So not too much more to say. The only features that I really use on here are I look at status. Let's do the router. UTER tab OUTER1. Not easy to do this and hold the camera. Okay, I can't even type, as you can see there. Yeah, maybe I should have put this on the tripod. Hold on a second. Let's grab that tripod. Ah! I spare no expense with this quality video. I want somebody to learn, so hopefully you're going to learn from this thing. It'd be nice if they put a pause on this camera, but are you kidding? This is a real camera, not a video camera, so it shoots high-def video. Alright, I'm going to finish this off the right way. If I lose this video again, man, am I going to be pissed. The whole night spent on doing this just so somebody can benefit from it. Yep, I'm a good guy. Hey, do me a favor. Make sure you go to my default YouTube page. There's a link over there with my PayPal info. If you want to leave like 5 cents or something as a thank you, that would be most appreciated. Trying to screw this thing into the tripod so we can finish off the video the right way. Alright, let's, oh boy. Let's get this thing going. There we go. Make this thing work. ROUTER, ROUTER1. Enter. Good. It finally took me in. Alright. Not too much more to show. Main things I use are status. You can see it shows the build. Yeah, I know this camera's kind of tweaked out right now. Alright, much better. Shows the build standard that I just installed. Wireless, what is it showing wireless? What do we have on here? Radio is on. See my MAC address. If I had connections, you'd see the connections under the wireless nodes over there. You'd see what's connected. Alright, I mostly just use the setup screen over here. You can change your router name. You can see how they've got it. You should change your router name. Don't keep it DD-WRT. Change your router name. What else do I do? Let's just go over to wireless. So that's the main reason to set this up. Wireless, you can put in your, what do we have? AP mode. Yeah. Mixed. Decides if you want the B connection, G connection, or both. or if you just want to shut the whole thing off, change your the DD-WRT to a different name, enabled or disabled for your SSID broadcast. That just lets either people in the area see the signal name or not. What else do I like on here? Wireless security. Make sure you set your WPA2. I like WPA2. Or never use WEP. Much too low. That's where your the password, the key that you'd give somebody to log in, unmask so you can see yourself typing the password. 3600. That's in seconds. So it decides how many minutes or hours before somebody has to type in the key again. Mac filter. I like Mac filter. That way you can lock your machine down. If you click on enable, you can decide if somebody needs the MAC address or if they don't need the MAC address to get in, and then you go to the MAC address over there and put it in. That way only a machine that's got that MAC address is able to log into your router. So that way random people can't get in. It's a very cool thing. And services, I don't know if there's anything under services. Okay, I guess that's about it. So that's the video. Hopefully you benefited. Hopefully you feel a little more confident after hours of this video installing the firmware, the DD-WRT. If you brick your machine, go to the website that's listed on the screen, DD-WRT. It will walk you through how to unbrick it and how to install the... it just walks you how to unbrick the thing, how to set things back to the default original. When you do this whole thing, which I should have said earlier, when you do this whole thing, before you start this whole process, when you're at, when you've got your Cisco stuff in there, you got this factory defaults over there. Okay, so factory defaults, when you first start this whole process and you've got Cisco installed, the Linksys software, click on backup. You may back up your current configuration in case you want to reset the router. Click yes and back up everything so that if you don't like what DD-WRT is, you can go and do a firmware upgrade and reinstall the Cisco stuff, and you'll have your original router. So, all right, I'm going to shut this off and go have dinner now that it's 9:30 and I'm starving. Again, hopefully you benefited from this.